Thank you for being here tonight. It is a special night, chiropractic day, and many organizations are having affairs tonight, so each one is not going to have its full complement. I have a copy here of a tube worm that comes from the bottom of the sea, and it looks like this, and it is very black down there, and yet these worms produce their own food without, as our scientists say, sunlight. And so they call that chemosynthesis, in opposition to photosynthesis. Now, photosynthesis out here, we depend upon the sun to come down and put its earmarks into the plants and so forth and so on. But what about this tube worm? From where does it get its light? And that also goes for every seed we plant into the earth. That sun can't get into there. That seed must have a source of light. Some people call it energy, fuel, so forth and so on. It is fuel, it is food. I'd rather call it food, but the light is food. So this tube worm, believe it or not, its seed is radium. And we know what radium is. It gives out light, and it is that radium that gives the light to this photosynthesis, internal photosynthesis. And this is how we are going to metamorphose. We're not going to depend upon that sun out there to make us operate. We will have a new seed, a new radium. And as soon as that seed, that is way down, starts to build up and becomes one with the heart, then the heart now starts to rebuild itself according to the new frequency. Now, do you wonder why we have so much housing problems out there? It's inside of us. And that's the economy. Oik, nomos, is Greek for two words: the law of the house. And the soul, or the heart, is the house. But we have to recognize it is a house without a leader. It has no husband. But soon, when things clear up, and all these connections are made to the heart, then she will bring forth a seed. And that seed is considered the Savior. Don't you see, all this that's taken place in us is personified so we can understand it, personified according to, or parallel according to what's happening around us. And always keep it in mind, the heart isn't in the center yet. It is moving toward there, and because it's moving toward there, you have that image of it outside, and inside it is good, but the outside is opposite and makes it look bad. But once this heart gets into the center, complete center, like this, then, and only then, will we be on a road of complete recovery. So it's been a tough job. This started somewhere in 1968, and it's been a long haul. And I was told, when I first became in contact with the spiritual brethren, that you have to work for it. Now if you look at this heart, right at the junction of the atrium, not two up there anymore, because the foraminal valley that closes at birth, once we make the metamorphosis, opens up again. And this is when Christ died on the cross and said it was finished, and the curtain in the temple rended into two. So, all the blood will be into that atrium. And you know what? That saying, and we shall separate the sheep from the goats. And the goats go back to the body, and the sheep will go up. Think of it. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it? So the whole heart is a pyramid. And when I first came in contact, they said to me, we will help you build a new pyramid complex. And a complex means everything into one. Everything into one. And the pyramids we see in Egypt, the main one was the perfect one. And as we go further south, we notice that the pyramids are far from beautiful as that main one is, because the heart now is evolving and becoming evasive and starting to invade the left field.